Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute for sure. If you're new here, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank all my subscribers for helping me to get 1,000 subs and beyond. I am so thankful for you guys. So thank you so much for watching me and subbing to me and following me on my journey. I cannot tell you guys how much I appreciate you. So today in this video, we are going to be doing Isabella's 5-month update. I haven't done any updates on her since she was like born pretty much. I haven't done any updates basically on her. Summer is here. I do have 3 children, ages 5, almost 3. He'll be 3 next month. And then I have a 5-month-old. So I'm a stay-at-home mom having 3 kids at home. It's just really hard to get an update, but no excuses. I'm here. So Isabella's looking at me like, Mom, who are you talking to? Let me get her. We are in Isabella's room, just chilling so we can do this update. That's my sweet girl. So when Isabella was born, she was 6 pounds even. She had a doctor's appointment on Monday. She is now 13 pounds and 9 ounces. She's actually not 5 months quite yet. She'll be 5 months on the 29th of this month. So we're almost there. She's basically 5 months. But she has doubled her birth weight and beyond. So she is doing absolutely great. We are still breastfeeding full time. The only time she has ever had anything other than breast milk was in that video that I showed you guys of her trying baby food for the first time. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a little card right here for you guys to see. But she was definitely not ready for baby food, and we're not gonna try again until she's 6 months. So she is fully breastfed, and she wouldn't have it any other way, as my boys did as well. They love the breast. Oh no! What's wrong with that girl? You want to go back in your seat? So I'm going to put her back in her bumbo because she's fussing. Here's your toy, girl. So her name is Isabella Rose. If you guys don't know, we call her Bella, and she responds to her name. She knows her name is Bella. So yeah, let's go ahead and talk about some things that she's into. So the first thing that she is really into is chewing on her hands and her fists and her fingers and her thumb. She is I can't say a thumb sucker. She does suck her thumb, but she's a, I'm not gonna say a fister. Not gonna say that. She likes eating her whole fist. She's looking at me like, Mom. Let me see if I can show you guys. What's wrong with that girl? Oh no. So yeah, when she was first born, right away I introduced her to a pacifier after she established breastfeeding. And she liked it. She took to it, and everything was good. She liked the pacifier. But as time went on, she just stopped liking it. None of my kids took a pacifier when they were babies. I don't know. I think it's like a breastfeeding thing. Like they prefer the breast nipple over the pacifier nipple, and that's just how my kids are. All 3 were just not into the pacifiers at all. I think babies with pacifiers are the cutest thing in the world. That's why I bought her some little pink pacifiers. I wanted her to suck on it, but nope, she likes Mom better. So that's what we're doing. I'm not gonna push her into liking something she doesn't like. The second thing that she's really into is she loves standing up. Like, she likes for you to stand her up. She doesn't like sitting. She doesn't like laying down. She wants to be active. She wants to she wants to stand up and just look at everything and everyone. The next thing she is really, really into is me. I am her favorite person in the entire world, and I wouldn't have it any other way. She likes dad, she likes brothers, but mom is like her best thing in the world. No, I can't say no one, but 99% of the time, I am the only person who can soothe her, get her to sleep. She is just a mama's girl. Her daddy wants her to be a daddy's girl, but as of right now, she is a mama's girl 100%. Okay, so as far as things that she's into, that is pretty much it. She's 5 months old, or almost 5 months old. She really enjoys falling asleep, me holding her like right here against my, let me show you. She's a cuddler. She loves to cuddle. She wants me to rock her to sleep just like this. She likes my head to be on her head. She likes to be really close to me. And she is a snuggler for sure. Let's see, as far as her brothers go, she likes her brothers. She likes Liam a little bit more than Caleb. I think because Liam is more interactive with her. He talks to her, tries to play with her, and she just has the biggest smiles when Liam is around. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna put you back in your chair. I think she wants to just sit down and chill. Here. There's your bear. There's your pretty bear. There's that girl's pretty bear. So, some things that are not so great going on at the moment is her sleeping schedule is awful. At night, she's great, but during the day, she really likes to take naps. And unless I am literally holding her the entire time, she will wake up and just demand to be held. Everyone keeps saying I'm spoiling her, or all my family tells me that. I know that's not true. She's my daughter. She's my baby. With all of my kids, I've always held them whenever they cry. I've always picked them up to soothe them. I don't believe in the cry it out method because it's just ridiculous. To me, it does not work for me. I'm not judging you if that's what you do with your family. It may work for you, but for me, it just absolutely does not work. I give my children attention when they demand it. So, for the naps, I will rock her to sleep. I'll hold her about 30 minutes after she falls asleep. I'll put her down in my bed. I'll put her down in her little sleeper. I'll put her down on the sofa. I'll put her down in her swing. Any place that I will put her down in, guaranteed she will wake up within 10 to 15 minutes. Now, partially the reason why she wakes up all the time is because I have 2 older kids. They're boys, they're loud, they're noisy. And she doesn't sleep well when there's noise around. But at the same time, when it's super, super quiet, she doesn't sleep well either. So she has to have like the gentle sound of music playing or the TV on or something. It makes my life a little difficult because I want her to sleep. I don't want her to be exhausted because she's cranky when she's exhausted, and I have to end up holding her anyway. So when she does fall asleep, I tend to hold her so she can get that rest so she doesn't wake up. But then it prevents me from getting up and doing the things I need to do with the boys around the house. It's just a very, very difficult time for me right now, and that's not part of her, it's not really part of her update. It's more a part of my update, my postpartum update, which I will have out soon. But that's just a little thing that we are going through. Her sleep during the day is terrible. She just wakes up and she's cranky. But at night, she falls asleep and she stays asleep for the entire night for the most part. The next thing we dealt with for a few weeks at least is she had a diaper rash. When we went to Mississippi in May, I started noticing she developed the slightest rash. I thought maybe it was because of the saltwater pool that we swam in, because I let her swim. And it wasn't that. It went away pretty quickly after I put cream on it. So I feel like that was just a regular diaper rash. But then a few weeks later, the diaper rash came back. And this time, it was pretty bad. The rash was like in between her thighs and her butt crack. It's basically everywhere that I would wipe her with a wipe. She would get red and bumpy and blotchy, and I just didn't understand what was going on. I thought, well, maybe she's allergic to these diapers, because both of my boys were allergic to the Huggies diapers. For whatever reason, I do not know, but Huggies did not work for the boys. They always had a diaper rash with Huggies. So that's when I had switched to Loves with Liam. It first started with Liam. He had the diaper rash. We used Huggies at first, but then he had a rash, so I had to switch to Loves, and they worked great. When Caleb was in the hospital when he was just born, he used Huggies as well, and they gave him a rash, so I switched to Loves because they worked so well with Liam, and he did great with the Loves as well. So when Bella was born, obviously I was going to go for the Loves, and I did. So I figured maybe she is becoming allergic to the Loves like my boys were allergic to the Huggies. So I switched to Huggies. And I felt like there was a little difference, but at the same time, not really. So I switched her wipes. I thought maybe she's allergic to these wipes. Maybe she has very sensitive skin. So I changed the wipes, tried it. The rash went away for a few days, and then it came back again. And I was like, okay, well, it's not the diapers. It's not the wipes. What else can it be? And then I remembered. Both of my boys, around the age of 4 months, caught a yeast infection. And it's really weird. All my kids are very, very different, but very, very similar in the same sense. Liam had a yeast infection, only one. Caleb had a yeast infection, and I was like, I bet Isabella has a yeast infection. So I actually brought her to the doctor Monday, and that's exactly what she had. The redness is caused by, she has really chunky thighs. She is like her mama. She got some thighs. And the moisture from the wipes would just kind of like soak in and stay there. And when she would pee, the moisture would just create the yeast infection to occur. So she is on medication for that, some cream, and she is doing so much better. It is almost completely gone, even 2 days after we started using it. Like, it's amazing. And there's some controversy in regards to baby powder, but I am a baby powder user strictly because my children are super wetters, and they need something to soak it up. The powder I use is cornstarch based. So, and the doctor actually recommended that I use this as well to kind of keep the moisture from getting to her areas. So, that's a little bump in the road that we are dealing with, and it's almost over. Let's see. Another thing. See, she is just so comfortable with me holding her. Just like this. She loves it. So another thing, and another reason why I tried a different diaper for her is because she has the most ridiculous, explosive blowouts that I have ever seen. When she poops, it goes straight up her back, up and out. And it comes out the sides as well. It happened with the Loves. It happened with Huggies. I haven't tried any other brand because I figured it's just going to keep happening. Breastfed babies eat very, very often. And they poop very, very often. I never had a formula baby, so I'm not sure how formula babies' poops are, but Isabella poops multiple times a day. At least 3 to 4 times a day. And probably 2 to 3 of those diapers are blowouts. So I'm constantly washing my sheets, constantly washing her blankets, constantly washing her bedding, her clothes, everything, because she is just a huge pooper. And it's just something I'm going to have to deal with until, you know, she gets out of that stage. I did try sizing up. I tried sizing down. I tried different diapers. It's not the diapers. It's just her being a breastfed baby and how much she nurses. She just poops a lot, and I'm gonna just have to deal with that until she's on solids and her poop is not as watery. So yeah, breastfeeding is going great. At first it was a little rough. I had sore nipples for the first few weeks of her birth. And that happens to pretty much everyone. Her mouth was so small, and my boobs and nipples were so big that the latch wasn't great at first. But now we are doing great in terms of nursing. She nurses maybe every 3 to 4 hours now. It's definitely not as much as she used to. She used to nurse every hour and a half, every 2 hours. It was getting really, really exhausting, but we have kind of gotten out of that newborn phase now, and it can withstand her nursing spread out a little bit more. So we're at every 3 to 4 hours, and that's going great. I don't think she's going to be ready to try baby food anytime soon. She still has another month to go until she is supposed to, technically. Pediatricians back in the day, I say back in the day, that's so funny, but my pediatrician back when I was a new mom with Liam, she recommended that I start him on baby foods when he was 4 months. And then by the time Caleb was born 2 years later, things have changed and it's recommended to start at 6 months. So I'm good with the 6 month. I'm not trying to rush my baby. I know all about open gut. I'm not trying to wean off of the breast at all. So we're just gonna let her try her food and eat it in her own time. She has the most beautiful big blue eyes I have ever seen, other than my own, of course. She gets it from her mama again. We all hoped she would have blue eyes. Skylar, my husband, has brown eyes. I have blue eyes, and there's a 50-50 chance of getting brown or blue in your children. Well, both of my boys have blue eyes. Both of my boys have brown eyes, and we were so much hoping that she would have blue eyes, and she does so far. By this point with the boys, they had already started turning darker, but her eyes are like, they're blue, and I think they're gonna stay that way. Everyone always tells me how big her eyes are, and at first I didn't really understand it, but now I really get it. Her eyes are always like really wide open, and everybody just loves how big her blue eyes are. She is just a cuddly little girl who loves her mom, and she poops a lot, and yeah, she is like She's really, really, really special to me. Of course, both of my children are very, very special to me, or all of my children are very, very special to me. But ever since we were first trying to have our first kid, I always wanted a daughter. And after 3 tries, we finally got it. So I feel like we have this special bond, this special mother-daughter bond that, you know, it's undescribable how the bond is between us. And I just hope it just gets better from here. So Bella is getting anxious, tired, cranky. So I'm going to end this video at this time. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in and subscribing. If you want to see more of my journey, just hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions for me, I would love to answer them. I always wanted to do a Q&A video, but no one ever asked me any questions. So come on, guys, ask me questions. I want to do a Q&A video. So I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I will see you guys in my next update. Bye, guys.